Good morning everyone and welcome to Edgbaston in Birmingham for the second day of the second test match between the West Indies and Sri Lanka, who yesterday won the toss and elected to bat first on a pitch that looks like it is going to spin. Sri Lanka's captain Kumar Sangakkara made a brilliant 124. At one stage Sri Lanka were 182 for 2, but they lost some wickets in that late session thanks to Malcolm Marshall and find themselves 253 for 8 leading into day 2. We join the action now as Curtly Ambrose bowls the first ball of the day to Lasith Malinga. Ambrose starting today around the wicket, and that's short and into the ribs. Well, the West Indies aren't going to go easy on Malinga. First ball this morning for Malcolm Marshall. Edged, and that's gone. Yes, that's 6 wickets for Marshall. Angelo Matthews is out off the first ball he's faced today. He is gone. Court Dujon bowled Marshall for 16, and Sri Lanka are 253 for 9. Well, that's certainly not the start Sri Lanka were looking for, but that's a nice shot from Muralitharan. He's clipped that down towards fine leg for 4. That's it, Malinga on the pad. A lovely in-swinger for Malcolm Marshall. Is that his 7th wicket? Yes, it is. Beautifully bowled. That ball coming back in, hitting Malinga on the pad, and that would have definitely hit the stump. So Malinga is out. LBW to Marshall for 10, and Sri Lanka are all out for 264. 264 is probably a below par score for Sri Lanka, but we'll have to wait and see how well the West Indies do before we can really judge how good an effort that was on this pitch. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Sri Lanka got off to a quite decent start with the century partnership between Marvan Atapattu and Kumar Sangakkara. They were at one stage 223 for 3, but they lost 7 for 41 and were bundled up for 264. The West Indies were magnificent, especially towards the end of yesterday and this morning. 7 for 65 for Malcolm Marshall, a splendid bowling effort. 1 wicket for Lance Gibbs and 2 also for the left-arm spin of Garfield Sobers. Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes are out in the middle for the West Indies. Let's see how they respond. It's been a nice tight start from Vasa Malinga, who bowls again to Greenwich now. A bit of extra bounce there. Oh, there's an appeal from the Sri Lankans. Was there any bat on that? The umpire doesn't think so. It's been a slow start from the West Indies. 17 runs in 16 overs as Harath bowls his first ball. Well, that's edged away. That's going down towards third man, and that's the first boundary of the innings. Oh, this might be out. Angelo Matthews is there at mid-off and has taken an easy catch. Desmond Haynes looking to go down the ground, but he just didn't get enough elevation, and he could only find Angelo Matthews. He is out. Court Matthews bowled Harath for 12, and the West Indies are 21 for 1. Brian Lara will be a key wicket for Sri Lanka because he's such a good player of spin. And look at that, he's just punched that into the gap, no problem at all, and he's off the mark with a 4. Oh, that's beautiful footwork down the pitch, getting to the ball on the half volley and whipping it away for 4. Oh, that's a lovely comeback from Muralitharan. This will be an intriguing battle between these two giants of the game. Tossed up and Lara goes down the ground. Once again, beautiful use of the feet, and that's 4 more. That's nicely worked away through mid-wicket from Greenwich, and that will be his first boundary. Oh, that wasn't short enough to pull, and it just went over the stumps. Matai Muralitharan now to begin his 4th over. Oh, and that's out. Yes, that looks like a little doosra. Beautifully bowled by Muralitharan. Jayawarden has taken the catch, and Gordon Greenwich is out. Court Prasanna Jayawarden bowled Muralitharan for 15, and the West Indies are 41 for 2. The Sri Lankans are really heaping the pressure on Viv Richards. Oh, but that's a powerful sweep shot to get off the mark. That'll do a good job to disperse those fielders. And that will be lunch on day 2. After 25 overs, the West Indies are 49 for 2. Let's have a look at the scorecard. The opening batsmen are both out. Gordon Greenwich for 15, caught behind of Matai Muralitharan, and Desmond Haynes caught at mid-off of Rangana Harath for 12. Brian Lara and Viv Richards are still at the crease. Both wickets falling to spin. Will that be the trend going forward for Sri Lanka? Oh, that's been hammered by Richards. I wonder if he's going to attack Muralitharan. The 50 is up now for the West Indies. Oh, Lara's down the pitch. Some excellent footwork again, and he's lifted Muralitharan over mid-on for 4. Oh, lovely placement from Lara. He's definitely looking on song today. Oh, Viv Richards certainly likes that sweep. This will be a nice challenge for Muralitharan. And that's a lovely shot from Lara on the back foot, guiding it into the gap. Well, I'm afraid it's raining here at Edgbaston, but it doesn't look too heavy. We'll let you know once we hear any news. Good news, the rain has stopped. We've lost 40 minutes, but the players are now back out on the field. First ball now after the rain delay. Rangana Harath will resume for Sri Lanka. And that's a lovely start for Lara. He's worked that through mid-wicket, and that's 4. Slashed away from Richards, a bit of a top edge, but that's gone down to the boundary. Well, that's beautifully bowled. That's the shot they want Lara playing, but he's up to the task, and that's the 100 up for the West Indies. Chaminda back into the attack for Sri Lanka. Well, that's in the slot, and Richards has punched that out towards the cover boundary. Is it going to make it? Yes, it is. Oh, that's out! Oh, beautifully bowled by Muralitharan. That was too full to cut. Sangakkara took a neat catch, and Viv Richards is out. Caught Sangakkara, bowled Muralitharan for 36, and the West Indies are 112 for 3. Worked into the onside, a jog through for the single, and that will be the 50 for Brian Lara. This has been a princely innings from him. And that will be tea on day 2. The West Indies have moved on to 117 for 3. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Brian Lara is still at the crease on 51 not out, but he has lost his batting partner Viv Richards, who was beautifully caught by Sangakkara at first slip off the bowling of Muralitharan. Muralitharan has 2 wickets, 2 for 49, 1 wicket as well for Rangan Harath. No wickets as of yet for the fast bowlers. Oh gee, that's a lovely shot. Foot to the pitch of the ball and through the gap at extra cover. Oh, well, that was against the run of play. Lara is out, looking to turn the ball onto the onside. He got a leading edge, and Lara has been caught by Mahela Jayawardena off the bowling of Harath for 56. And the West Indies are 124 for 4. Well, that was a very important wicket for Sri Lanka, but they still have to get past Garfield Sobers. Oh, and that's a beautiful arm ball. Driven straight back down the ground from Sobers, and that will be his first boundary. Oh, he's so good at that undercut ball, Rangan Harath. Well, that's another lovely drive down the ground from Sobers. He has such a beautiful swing of the bat. Sobers now rocks onto the back foot, punches it away, and that's the 150 up for the West Indies. Played out to backward point. Oh, that's a bad misfield, and that's 4. Clive Lloyd has been struggling a little bit out there. Oh, but he's lifted that one through mid-wicket. That will be his first boundary. Lots of spin there, but Sobers is watching it very carefully, and he's punched it away for 4 more. Well, Clive Lloyd has pounced on that one, whipped it through mid-wicket for 4. Let's see how Harath responds to that. Oh, he responds with a wicket. That's beautifully bowled by Harath. These Sri Lankan spinners keep finding ways to get wickets, and Clive Lloyd is out. Caught Sangakkara, bowled Harath for 18, and the West Indies are 172 for 5. Well, that's not a bad ball at all, but Sobers still finds a way to get it away for 4. Change of tactic now from Muralitharan coming over the wicket. Oh, and that's a beautiful piece of bowling. And now the late cut from Sobers, using the new angle and getting 4 more. Oh, beautifully punched down the ground from Sobers. He's on to 47 now. Whipped away through mid-wicket with those beautiful Sobers wrists, and that will be his 50. That's the 200 up now for the West Indies. Slightly short from Vast and pulled away by Dujon for his first boundary. Oh, that popped up in the air, but no one close in on the offside to take the catch. Oh, that's another gorgeous late cut. A finer line this time, but still the same result. Sri Lanka have taken the new ball now, and there you can see the extra pace from Malinga. Bowled him! Oh, that's superb bowling by Malinga. The extra pace surprising Sobers again, and he is out bowled Malinga for 58, and the West Indies are 215 for 6. Well, Malinga certainly has his tail up. This will be Malinga's last ball of the day. Can he get another breakthrough? No, that's slightly short, and Marshall's pulled it away to the boundary for 4. And that will be stumps on day 2. It's been a really hard-fought day of Test match cricket here. The West Indies are 232 for 6. Let's have a look at the scorecard. No centuries for the West Indies, a couple of 50s for Brian Lara and Garfield Sobers, who of course both scored 50s down at Lords. But the top 6 batsmen are all out, so it's down to Jeff Dujon and the bowlers to bring the West Indies up to Sri Lanka's score and hopefully from their perspective, past it. Sri Lanka bowled really well today. 2 wickets for Matai Muralitharan, 3 for Rangan Harath, and also that 1 wicket towards the end of the day for Lasith Malinga. The West Indies are 32 runs behind with 4 wickets in hand. This is a very delicately placed Test match. You get the feeling that tomorrow is going to be crucially important for the outcome of this match and possibly this series. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for day 3, and bye for now.